Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Midweek War. We are here. It's Thursday night, and we are here to talk Ring of Honor. I am Mad Mike. Y'all know me. With me, as always, is the man who I challenge to a podcast without honor, the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you?
This match is apparently unsanctioned because Google doesn't want us to do this match, but we're like you said, it's a fight without honor. It's unsanctioned, so let's do this.
We're throwing the rule book out. You know what? Fuck it. Word, Eamon, go.
Fight. I wish we had 3 people so we could do whatever.
I wish you would match my intensity.
Yeah.
I wish you would match.
This was a very intense episode of Ring of Honor. So.
That it was. My word for this week is going to be honor. I'm just assuming Garza's somewhere screaming like he has a nervous tick and is screaming without, and he has no idea why. So So Eamon, what will be your good this week for Ring of Honor?
My good for this week. While the main event is very good, and all the matches on this show I think are very good, I really liked ACH Kenny Omega.
Yep.
Because it was a style of match that Ring of Honor hasn't really gotten to showcase fully, I feel. This was a level of ridiculousness that's very unique to independent wrestling that I think really worked. The whole Young Bucks super kicking ACH on the outside and then planting a banana peel as evidence.
That was amazing. That I totally forgot about that, and I was gonna have that be my lower third this week. I totally forgot about the banana peel until you reminded me. That was amazing.
But no, it was a really fun match.
Yeah, I mean, as everything pretty much what that involves the Young Bucks are, as long as you have it muted. My good this week, I'm gonna give it to the main event. I really enjoyed it. I hope this is the end. Because Dalton Castle should be doing way bigger things than feuding with Silas Young at this point.
Yeah.
And I really, really, for the love of God, let this die. I hope this is the end. Like, evil is punished. Peacocks fly. I think we're done. But it was a great match. A lot of fun spots. Definitely watch it. The only thing that bothered me is, and this bothers me with every Ring of Honor main event, the streamers.
Oh, the streamers were awful in this match.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like Silas is about to have this serious moment where he's on the microphone yelling at Dalton and everyone in the crowd's like, he's got streamers on his foot.
Yeah. Just fucking horrible. I hate the streamers. Ring of Honor people, I get it. But stop.
Well, it was also because the fact that I believe this was the last match of their taping. And what Ring of Honor's customs is they do is they'll have the people clean the streamers out of the ring and they'll stash them under the ring because it's a way to get all the streamers out of there. But when you're in a hardcore match where a lot of the weapons are underneath the ring, it causes issue. So it was just unfortunate.
Yeah, but still, we don't need to throw streamers at everyone.
Here's the thing. I'm very picky on how Ring of Honor does the streamer stuff because here's the thing. They don't know how to throw streamers. You don't throw streamers when people are in the middle of a match. You don't do it when they're cutting promos. There's a customary thing as to when you throw the streamers.
Or you could just not.
No. You can, but you only throw the streamers when a ring announcer introduces a wrestler's name. That's the custom. That's how it's done in Japan, and it works. Don't fucking just do it to throw them.
Or you could just not do it. I mean, streamers are for title matches. I grant exceptions to that. That's fine. Title matches are okay. But every fucking match.
No,
Cheeseburger never needs streamers thrown at him.
Well,
all right?
No, but that's the thing.
Cheeseburger needs hamburger wrappers thrown at him. That would be funny.
Okay.
That would be legitimately funny.
That's just a case of how Ring of Honor has gotten, especially with their fan base. It's like they'll throw streamers in the ring when guys are cutting promos. Like, it's stupid. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Unless they're doing it to distract the person cutting the promo,
yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
It's gotten less about why you're actually throwing the streamers and just, let's throw streamers because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Yeah. All right. So Eamon, what was your bad this week?
My bad for this week. I wouldn't say it's a bad, but maybe kind of a miss. I think is maybe a better word. Was the promo with Donovan, Dijak, and Jay Lethal. The way it was structured, I feel, and maybe this is how they wanted it to be structured. I don't know, but they really kind of positioned Donovan as a heel.
Yeah, I picked up on that too. It seems like they kind of want to make Nana's whole stable heel.
Yeah, and Jay Lethal like came out to fight for the honor of his injured manager. Like,
it's a very facey thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't mind that if they want to try and pull a double turn with those two, totally cool. Because honestly, there's a lot more effective heels in Ring of Honor than there are faces.
Yeah, but I think if they wanted to make Dijak the face in this scenario, which I can only assume that's what they wanted. Maybe I'm wrong, but I would have had Lethal come out first, cut a promo about what happened, get people caught up, and kind of play up that heel shtick to when Donovan comes out. It makes Donovan position more as the baby face. But I think that was just a misstep on their part. It wasn't necessarily a bad, but I don't think it got what they wanted.
Either that or maybe have Lethal go after Nana for retaliation.
Possibly, yeah.
And then maybe have like Dijak step in front of him or something like that.
Because as much as I like Dijak, he still needs that like kind of push to where everyone kind of respects him.
Mm-hmm. He needs a little bit of seasoning. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
But I think that's why Nana's there. Speaking of Nana, my bad is Nana.
No.
It's not. It's just I like the promo. I didn't mind the segment. I like you said, Dijak came off a bit more heely than I think they intended.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that Nana does in his promos is he keeps mentioning the envelopes, but then will not say what the fuck they are.
Yeah.
That's irritating. Don't do that.
I would say just don't mention it.
Yeah, exactly. Don't mention it. Like, unless you're gonna tell us what they are, don't mention it, because then
it's gotta
you bringing it up, and then not mentioning it, that makes you a heel.
Because here's the thing: like, if there's some actual big storyline plot point to what is in the envelopes, we as viewers, like, we can just look at what them getting the envelopes and be like, oh, it's like money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if it's not money and it's a big reveal to something, you don't have to like tease it constantly. We're under the belief that it's just money.
I was under the belief it was like a managing contract.
Or something like that.
That's what I assumed it was, because the only people that have gotten it are the people in his stable.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, if there is a big reveal as to what's in there, you don't have to tease it. Like, we have no clue what it is. So, you know. There's no reason.
You can't tease something that only gets mentioned once every 5 weeks.
Yeah.
All right. So, Eamon, what will be your change this week?
My change for this week, as much as I like the main event, I didn't know if you needed the boys coming out.
Damn it, that was gonna be mine too.
I mean, it was fine, but I didn't know if you needed them coming out.
Yeah, I think that was exactly gonna be my change too. So we'll just talk about it. I think it hurts Dalton. Because, like, unless Beer City Bruiser came out first.
Yeah, it was very weird.
And the boys were there to neutralize him and him alone.
Right.
Like, to keep the fight one-on-one. That's one thing. That is one entire thing. But the boys just coming out by themselves with no Beer City Bruiser, you make Silas the underdog in the fight. It's a 3-on-1 at that point.
Yeah, I mean, I guess their theory is it like the boys aren't considered threats, so it's like, you know, it's just kind of. I mean, it's still 3-on-1, and I think that's the
and
point.
Plus the whole commentary was to mention that the boys have toughened up.
Yeah, and
like, unless you're turning them again, there's no reason for them to come out there unless to celebrate. Or take out the Bruiser.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I found it weird that the Bruiser wasn't there. Like, it would make sense for the Bruiser to come out in an ODQ environment and then have the boys kind of take him out.
Yeah,
that would have made so much more sense. But
yeah, and I would have loved to see the two boys on the one Beer City Bruiser. That would have been a cool visual.
Yeah, I still love the match. Like, There were some like really good spots. I feel in it, like the, that fucking handstand moonsault that Silas does, where he fucking clipped his neck on the ropes. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, didn't he also counter the bangerang into something really cool?
Oh, he didn't really counter it. Like he was holding on. That was where he was holding on to the ropes, but Dalton just flipped him to the outside through that table.
That's what I was thinking of. That's what, because I knew there was a cool bangerang spot, but it wasn't the bangerang. Like, yeah, that was fun. All right, so we didn't mention we also had Roppongi Vice versus War Machine.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that. That was fun. I'm really excited to see War Machine versus Briscoes, though.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting then because people really have gotten to loving Roppongi Vice, and Briscoes are probably one of the more beloved tag teams in Ring of Honor. War Machine, I think, is good, and people think they're good, but they're always kind of in roles where like the guys they're facing are always kind of more fan favorited.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which I like Ray Rowe a lot, and Hanson's great as well. It's just I think they've kind of been positioned in places where the guys that they're facing, the crowd likes more.
To be fair, there's a lot of really popular tag teams in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the nature of the beast.
And a lot of
the Briscoes, you got the Addiction, you got the Young Bucks, you got the Guns, like,
and those are not only like
Red Dragon, shit.
Yeah, and not only great tag teams, but experienced tag teams, and or not experienced, but longer tenure tag teams. Yeah. So when this newer tag team is the tag team champions, it makes it harder for them to kind of be the top favorites. But I still think they perform amazing in the ring, and the match with the Briscoes, I think, could elevate them.
Oh, I think my kingdom for Ray Rowe and Jay Briscoe. I think that is going to be so much damn fun.
Yeah.
Because honestly, Mark and Hanson, I can take your leave, but Ray Rowe and Jay Briscoe, fuck, that's going to be great.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Eamon, I think we hit everything. Where's your rank Ring of Honor this week?
Ring of Honor this week's actually my number 2. I thought this was a really good episode. The top 3 this week, I think, are all really good episodes.
Mm-hmm.
For me, just a match quality. I think Edge did a bit more over my number 3 pick, but yeah, this was a really fun episode. Their whole shows in Las Vegas the past 4 weeks have all been really great episodes.
Yeah, they really have been. Like this is the best stretch Ring of Honor has been on in a while for me.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still gonna give it number 3. It's barely edging out my number 2, and I'll get into reasons why another edition of the Midweek War.
Yeah.
But I mean, nothing wrong with the show. Nothing wrong. Just a few nits to pick. Like, you know, that's what it comes down to. Like, if the Dijak segment had gone better, if maybe the boys hadn't shown up, or if the Bruiser had shown up, this would be number 2. You know, it's just very little things. When the shows are this good, you're just, you know, it was a great show. It just wasn't as good as the other 2, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, so Eamon, where can the people find you on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2, please. And also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling on Twitter at Inspire Pro Reds. That's the company I'm involved with, where you can see a lot of wrestling from the Austin, Texas area.
Excellent. You can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. Also, go to the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook page. We post a lot of cool stuff there, a lot of fun discussions. And also, if you want to get your comment on the show for what you learned in wrestling this week, we don't plug this enough. We put that on our Facebook page. If you ever want to tell Sorg and us what you learned, just feel free to let us know on Facebook. All right, so for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.